Welcome back, everyone, to another Friday live stream. Yes, Wim, you're not late. uh, so, yeah, getting started later than normal. Crazy, crazy day. I actually started getting ready much earlier than usual today, and I am still was late getting things put together. But enough of that. Let's see who was here early and on time. Road Trip Nerd was the first one in the live chat. Good job. Colin Percival was shortly thereafter. Was going to go to bed, but hello, he says. Matthew Walter, welcome. Thor is here. Lobo1G is here. Vigner is here. Wim is here. Got a big surprise. Edmund Bouchard, welcome to the stream. He is here early or on time. About the poll, it's up to you. Well, no, Vigner, that's the point of a poll. It's up to you, the audience. What do you think? So far, we're currently running. What did I forget the question? Should I cancel tomorrow? And most people are saying no. Okay, so we'll let that run for a little bit. See who shows up. Nightbot is here, so watch your P's and Q's. Turn off that caps lock key and don't spit out too many emojis or Nightbot will get you. Let's see, Nicholas is here. Let's do some shout outs. Dusty, aka Dirty Dog 3436, our top ATS driver for January 2023. Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, is not in the Discord with me today. Depending on how the vote goes today, Lurch and I will be live streaming a one-on-one convoy together tomorrow evening, but we could always push it out 1 week. I haven't discussed that with him. It just occurred to me a little bit ago. So anyway, Bedrock, our top ATS driver for February 2023. Thanks, Thor. Bill Wellburn, Nicholas XXXN, Susan Arthur, our top Euro truck driver for May 2023. Yeah, I wonder if since we're starting later than normal, is Susan gonna make it? I got the notification up kind of late too. XLT 588 Gaming. Ivy Hayes is here. Welcome to the stream. And just so you know, I got the notification up late because I was busy running around Missouri, checking out things for the hidden roads and getting some screenshots for the thumbnail for this live stream. So I took quite a few and settled on one. Hauling 5-ton in BC Adventures, welcome to the stream. Omega Sunrise, our top ATS driver for January 2024. Norwegian trucker Nicholas. Big Al 2424, our top ATS driver for March 2025. And our top ATS driver for all of 2023. Trucker King 2010. Let's see. Aces Dumb Criminals. Welcome to the stream. There's got to be a story behind that name. Let's see. Tasmified. Johnny Hansen. Lobo1G, our top ATS driver for July 2024. Pugwash, our top Euro truck driver for April 2024. Wim55, our top ATS driver for March 2024. Carlin, Torsev Ice Bear, our top Euro truck driver for August 2023. FTG Mike B. David Long, aka Space Cadet Shorty, our top Euro truck driver for September 2024. And Hunter Toller, our top ATS driver for August 2024. Let's see. Ace's Dumb Criminal says, I came up with this new name mainly to laugh at dumb criminals getting instant karma by no-nonsense cops. That's funny. Well, Vigner, maybe they will one day. I don't know. I've not heard any rumors about that. But okay. All right, so let's let me hop back into my game. and I will show you on the map where I am. I have booked a load, by the way. I am in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And our goal today, I have a load of something that I'm picking up over yonder at whatever that place is. And we're going to just take it up to St. Louis. We're going to explore some hidden roads along the way, at least one anyway, and then see what else we got. And by the way, this is going to go to the St. Louis Underground. So I have not been there yet in this profile. So we'll get that out of the way. And by the way, speaking of hidden roads, have done a hidden road here in a previous live stream. I think there is another one associated with this area. We'll have to take a look at that later. But first, we're going to go to St. Louis. I guess I should probably close out that poll. We've got majority of folks said no. I should not cancel tomorrow's live streams. All right. It's close, though. I know some people are out of town. And I know for some people it's a holiday today. Hey, Pugwash, welcome to the stream. What's that, Vigner? Around the southern border of Illinois? That's where we are. That's where I am. Yes, southern border of Illinois. There is a bridge that goes across the river here, and then another one into Kentucky. I'm trying to remember the name of this town. I've actually been to the town that's here. I've been across that bridge. And I've actually driven into Kentucky over here, and that's a scary road for trucks. I would not do that again on purpose. So, yeah. All right, so back to, I'm going to cancel that poll. Anybody left that wants to vote? We got 15 votes in, and we got 28 peeps here. 28 viewers. Keith P. Cairo, you're right. That's the name of the town. I was surprised when I went there. It's just one of those Midwestern towns that are just kind of falling apart. And I say that meaning that there's when I went there, there was obviously high unemployment, a lot of businesses not open. Yeah, kind of a depressed area. It's been about 10 years ago now. So, let's see. Wim says, and only 10 thumbs up. What's up with that? Let's see. Aces says, my first video I posted on this channel is about a Moorish sovereign citizen that meets the full force of a police grappler in Ohio. Okay, several things about that. I'm like, what do you mean on this channel? You haven't posted any videos on, unless you're talking about your channel. But what is a Moorish sovereign citizen? I've heard of the sovereign citizen movement. When I think Moorish, I'm thinking more in line of the Moors of España, or across the Mediterranean. And what's a police grappler? Not familiar with that term. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. The end result of the poll is 19 people voted. And the answer is no. I should not cancel tomorrow's streams. Very well. I shall not. Unless something else comes up. Okay, so let's go get that load and see what we can see along the way. Does anybody know if there's a hidden road along this route? Leave your comments in the chat. Oops, is that what I meant to do? That's what I meant to do. Hey, kitty. Hey. I hardly hear my truck. I got the volume turned down on my headset. Which can be a good thing. Hello. My shifter's not working. I've been having trouble with my my shifter not working, and I have to unplug the power to my. Hang on. I have to unplug the power to my steering wheel and plug it back in. Sometimes that works, and sometimes that worked. Sometimes I have to unplug the DIN connector underneath the bottom of the steering wheel. Everything else in the steering wheel works fine, and the pedals work. It's just the shifter. Kind of weird, and it's happened ever since I took my pedals, disconnected my pedals and took them apart and cleaned them. Nothing to do with the shifter whatsoever. It only appears to have something to do with the connector or the shifter. Has anybody else ever had that problem? And if so, what did you do to resolve it? Road Trip Nerd asks, what platform do I use to play ATS? Well, there's only one. Well, there's two. There's Windows PC and Mac. There is no other platform. And of course I use a Windows PC because I wouldn't be caught dead with a Mac. Now I'm going to get some hate for that. That's okay. I guess, oh, you're right, there's Linux. Pilot is always quick to remind me about Linux. That's not real. I can't even pronounce that name. Vic, I can't even. Do you use the realistic drivers mod? All of my mods are listed in the description below. I bet Pilot already answered that, huh? And I think that might be one of them. So across the river in Cairo, Illinois, there's a lot of brick buildings that look just like that. There's the bridge that goes across the river. Missing out on some stuff here. Okay, yeah. I gotta go all the way back up to Ace's comment. The grappler the police uses a net that comes out of a police push bumper that wraps a net around the chase vehicle's tires, blocking up the rear wheels. Wow, I'm not even familiar with that. But that sounds like a useful tool to stop car chases. Let's get Pugwash to weigh in on that. Pugwash, you ever use anything like that when you were active? For those of you who don't know, Pugwash is a retired police officer from the United Kingdom. We're supposed to go left, but we're going to go right. Because this is a hidden road. Ah, low clearance. Ah! Okay. I'm gonna guess we need to go down that way. Anybody ever see a wall like this? Outside of the Netherlands, that is. So sometimes the river gets really high. Alright, so it does go to the left. Alright. Let's see. Do you use the real... Oh, I already read that one. And Pilot did answer it. Whoop! Let's not be trying to tear up the bumper. Once again, I probably should have shortened my frame. I'll get to some more of those in a little bit here. I need to focus on what I'm doing. Hey, we discovered a new viewpoint and we're close to our load pickup. So let's go check out that viewpoint. Welcome to Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Hope we can get through that. Hey, Cape Girardeau. Jeremy Smith is here. Welcome to the stream. Ace, I am enjoying Missouri a lot. Really, really do like it. The old Bill is here. Bugwash says we use a spike mat that we could deploy from the roadside called a stinger. Yeah, we have something like that here in the U.S. too. It would basically puncture the tires with these little tubes that would break off of the mat and then let all the air out of the tires. It's kind of fun to watch. Yeah, don't bring a lowboy here, that's for sure. Well, thank you, Fick. I'm just going to call you Fick. Thank you. That's, yes, we have custom truck skin for our virtual trucking company. This is my particular custom truck skin. Adam Buser is here. Let's see. Nice view of the river. Road trip. Go into your options and settings, things like that. Looks like the Mississippi. Yes, this is the Mississippi River. Yes, I think about that for a second. It is. Okay. It is not St. Louis. This is Cape Girardeau. Both St. Louis and Cape Girardeau are along the Mississippi River. In fact, St. Louis, let me pause this so I don't run out of time. St. Louis is at the confluence of the Mississippi and the Missouri rivers. So you can't wait to cross Mississippi River next year officially? Yeah. Mari Rita is here. Welcome to the stream. The old bill will be me. Okay, I don't get it. You may have to explain that later. Mari is watching from Australia. Awesome. At least we got somebody from Australia today. Since Susan hasn't showed up yet. I'm sure she will, though. Chances are good. All right, let's see if I can get the heck out of here. It's going to be tough. Probably should have dropped my trailer to do this. Can I make it? Looks like it. Yes. All right. I can see our pickup point over yonder. A weird place. But I've been in weird places like this. I forgot when I'm picking up even. We'll find out in a moment. Let's see. So Pugwash says copper, scuffer, razor, old bill, bobbly, many other term names for. Okay, I've just never heard old bill before. So obviously that's a UK thing. And Adam, can trucks turn around at a transit center? Or they can turn around anywhere they have enough room. So I wouldn't want to assume any particular transit station is the same as the next. Okay, that's what we got. Power Packs by JCB. Now we're not going very far with these. So we'll show you on the map again. We're going to go out a different way and cover some more hidden or some more gray road. And we're just going up here to St. Louis to the underground. So get on with it. Now, I guess I have to go out this way. Crazy place. Not going to be pretty. Not very hit, about 33,000 pounds. So it's not that light either. Let's see, call Percival, old Bill. That's what us old driver called the police. Whoa. Yeah, Kitty's up there on the dash. You're right, Vigner. Crazy thing is, there's a Springfield in pretty much every state in the U.S. Which is why The Simpsons went with that name. Pretty sure. Let's do some shout outs here. JJ Man 1982, Thor Rasmussen, our top Euro truck driver for January 2025 and our top Euro truck driver for all of 2023. Nick. I'm gonna have to disagree with you that on that with you there, Road Trip. I think it's, I mean, unless you have some official information, I think it is intentionally generic and vague. In the same way that phone numbers on TV shows always start with 555. The difference being that there is a Springfield in many locations, but there's never, as far as I know, an actual phone number that starts with 555. That is reserved for Hollywood use. Let's see. Noah Clarkson is here from Sweden. Welcome, Noah. Daniel Henderson. How far can you turn a truck before it's straight on the cables hooked on the trailer in real life? All the way, as far as I know. I mean, the only time I've ever ripped them off, and I have, is when I forgot to disconnect them when I was unhooking a trailer. And I tried to drive away, and they snapped right off. Made a heck of a noise, too, when the different parts slammed against the back of the cab. But yeah, when you see them like that, and you turn all the way around, they will stretch like that, which is why they're coiled. The airlines are coiled like that. The power line, the pigtail, it's also coiled, but it also has a big spring. Well, actually, the whole mechanism does. Can't really see it on here because it's a different configuration, but yeah, you can stretch and turn pretty far before they'll fail, unless they're old and brittle, and that happens too. Yeah, Noah, they are pretty strong. They're designed to be. I mean, they have to be heavy duty. In some of my real life trucking videos, you get a close-up view of that when I'm connecting or disconnecting or doing other things back there between the truck and the trailer. Ooh. No worries, Daniel. Happy to answer questions like that when I can. I have had to replace those a couple of times. At my own expense, and it ain't cheap. Whoop. Daniel's from Ohio. Well, there you go, pilot. There's another Ohioan for you. Nicole, I'm just going to refer to you as Nicole. Welcome. Let me not crash in the process of reading chat. Mari, the track IR I use, the track IR 5, is referenced in the description below for the gear that I use. I'm pretty happy with it. Some other folks use the eye tracker. I don't remember the brand names, and they swear by it. So, kind of a personal preference thing. That's the one, the Tobii eye tracker. Now, I didn't have to do any special setup specifically for truck driving. You do have some specific setups to do in the track IR software for your own preferences and whatnot. And I linked mine in the software. I had to set it up to interface with my steering wheel so I could do things like to pause the view or to freeze it or recenter it. When I turn my head, it changes the view, but if I hit the pause button, nothing happens. I usually hit the pause view when I'm trying to look over to read chat. Here we go. They did that pretty well. Let's see, I have fallen behind again. Oh, yep. I'm in the home of the best band in the land. What is that, pilot? Adam, I took I-55 from Cape Girardeau all the way here. Well, until the off-ramp. There it is. I did that because I would have done that in real life. When I'm backing up into a place like this, I can't see very well. Although I might have used my city horn. Anybody know why I'm backing up here instead of back yonder? Did I just rub up against... Oh, that pile of debris. Let's see. Those are nice to... Hang on while I catch up on chat here. Thor says, I never did that, but I got woken up by one who did it beside me. The cable tore a hole in my curtain trailer. Wow, I must have really just flung. But I could see that. Yeah, you can use, there is a webcam. There is webcam software. I've never tried it, but yeah. Let's see. The Ohio State University Marching Band is known as the best band in the land. Okay, never heard that. I'll take your word for it. Noah has only ever played Euro Truck. Well, ATS. A lot of folks from Europe like American Truck Simulator. And case in point is Thor. He's actually a retired truck driver based in Denmark, and he drives ATS a lot. Let's see. Adam says, how about when you were on the highway, I-55, like from Chicago to New Orleans? I've been on that many times, not necessarily going from Chicago to New Orleans or back, but on a lot of times I went to Chicago from St. Louis on I-55, and I've been on I-55 all the way to New Orleans at different times. Today, I'm gonna get one of those and might also want to try it on triple just to see if it makes any difference to games. Okay. I'm really behind. You have more space than you would in the main area, but then out in the tunnel ways, I assume is why. No, that's not the reason why. Because I'm going to have the same amount of room where I'm going to back in at. Same amount of room. Jay Ricketts is here. Welcome to the stream. And Thor's got it. I didn't want to do a blindside back. Okay, ooh, more. Okay. Let's get back to this parking thing. Let me try this again. And that's why you look over your shoulder. I need to swing a little bit wider. I'm going to have to back up even. Yeah, it is a little tight in here. And I did not want to do a blind side back. I don't care how old you are, that's fun. I can't imagine any truck driver not wanting to blow their horn in here. Can't see the wall. There it is. Okay, I'm doing okay. But sometimes you just got to get out and look. I didn't hit you. Shush. I saw the car move, but I didn't actually hit it. Thought that physics was supposed to fix that. You know, I have to wonder, Pilot, with the Tobii eye tracker, it tracks your eyes as you move, but will it do this? Can you reach out like that? I'd be curious to know. Because the heat shields on the exhaust pipe for this Kenworth really stick out. I know I'm taking an awful long time to do all this. I feel like I'm getting behind on chat. Finally. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Vigner, using the hood mirrors is what you have to do. And, but they're so hard to see. I mean, I can zoom in on them in the game, but, you know, in real life, I can actually see them better. but still, it's such a small little mirror. Let's see. In VR, you can get out off the cab. Okay. Um. Oh. Bugwatch says, sounds like Phantom is stuck down there with you. I didn't hear anybody say whoops. Swifty, according to the game, maybe. Counterpoint the 2 millimeter between you and the car. That's right. Still had air between us. That's all that counts. Let's see. Well, Vic, there won't be any stars for that because it was too short to count for hardcore. Okay, Pilot, I didn't know that. Let's see. Did a shorter truck would do the trick? Yes, it would have. Yeah, my Scania, well, that would work. European trucks would work better down there, thinner than most of them. Yeah. Not thinner, shorter. Thinner is a different measurement. Shorter. Um, let's see. I know what you mean. Okay. Let's look for that next load. I have in mind a couple different places I'd like to go to. Like, hold on, I gotta look at my notes. Springfield, I think. Let me look at the map. And I don't have the hidden roads, the ones that I'm going to go to today, with the exception of this. I don't have them on here. Springfield. Yes, let's go to Springfield if we can find a load. Ooh. No load here. Don't like to use cargo market because, oh, I'll just use external contracts and see if there's anything with a different trailer. Here we go. Yeah, we can pick up these yard trucks, or where is that? Right across the way. We could use a, let's see, if I change my trailer, dismiss my flatbed, get a grain hopper, or one of those. And then look and see, is there a external market load for that? Going to, no. Nope, not that one. Too bad. Springfield, Missouri. Oh, that's Springdale, Arkansas. My bad. So I need my step deck trailer. Or nothing. Let's go with nothing. Take some yard trucks from Coca-Cola. Ah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be trying to drive a truck like this in most European cities. All right, let's get out of here. Adam, no, not necessarily. Not in real life, anyway. Not about the weight of the load. Sometimes it is, but it has more to do with the value of the load. It's supply and demand. How important is it that it needs to get to wherever it's got to go? Is it a valuable load? What's the going rate? What are people willing to do it for? That's what determines price. It's like anything else. Now, if it's a super heavy load, like special transport kind of heavy, that can be, but it has more to do with get in gear. Has more to do with other factors for special transport. There's a lot of other factors involved with special transport. You've got extra crew with the escort vehicles and whatnot. I'm going to go to the right. I've already been to the left. Don't you cut out in front next to me. But to give you an example, if I was taking a load of something that's light going from point A to point B, same shipper, same receiver, it would almost certainly not pay more if it were a heavier version. I mean, you could argue the point that if it's heavier, that it's going to use more fuel and you need more compensation for that. But generally speaking, we're talking about the difference between 20,000 or 40,000 pounds. I'm going to see if I can get in this gate right here. I know I can get out this way. What does that say? Drivers enter at Lynch Street. Okay. Yeah, I've been in scenarios like this where the gate is there, but you have to go around to the other part. Check in. By the way, one time and I've talked about it a number of times, where I hauled an empty trailer. and still got paid. I don't know if it was comparable to a fully loaded trailer, but I know it when I booked the load at the time. It made sense. I didn't know it was an empty trailer until I got there. Now, I usually have more delays where I can look at the chat, or maybe it's just that I'm not doing a lot of driving down straight freeways. Okay, let me catch up on chat again. Oh, it's mostly Nightbot just vomiting all over the chat. Let me do some shout outs then. David H74, RD04 Dave. Our top ATS driver for March 2023. Troken, Douglas Williams, Willie. Yeah, the speed limits in Europe are crazy slow. JC Drives, our top Euro truck driver for March 2025. Of course, then we have California. Thomas Berger, Matthew Roth, Doom3, Lee01 Mister, Phantom 6767, our top Euro truck driver for October 2024. Yeah, Vigner, I agree with you. Surprised. I thought this would have been Anheuser-Busch. Oop, not gonna make it. Oh, I need to look on the map. Let's see. which way are we going? So we're going to take 44 down to Springfield, and then we're going to deliver to this place here. Perfect. Smithfield. Good. I wanted to go there, or that one of these places anyway. Alrighty then. Roll. I've tried to check. You can try American truck in Europe, but good luck making turns in. Yeah. And by the way, the poll at the beginning of the stream, I really put that up because too late, I recognized that a lot of people do things with family over this holiday weekend. And like, Redbeard reminded me, or Ken Beard on YouTube, he's traveling. So it occurred to me, oh, I wonder if other people are going to be traveling. Maybe I shouldn't be live streaming this weekend. But y'all voted, we're going to stream. And some people just won't make it, and that's okay. $55. Yeah, I suppose that's accurate. For a little bit longer. Well, Brooklyn Gamer in New York, welcome to the adventure. Yeah, we can pick it up to 60. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, somewhere along here on the right, there is a Six Flags amusement park. Or there was back in the day. All right, now we got us some open road. And I'm all caught up on chat, so maybe I can get a couple of shout-outs done. Jennifer Roth, Colin Percival, Addon Percival, sorry. Pancake Man, Ryan, Jesse, 2670. I think I cut somebody off back there. All right, I'll get over it. Road Trip Nerd. Get to some more in a bit. We got a scale coming up. I might have to stop. I do have to stop. Oh look, Missouri's out. That guy's having an animated conversation over there. Don't you ever pull in here with your logbooks messed up like that. Yeah, Adam, Branson is not modeled in the game, that as far as I can tell. But I've been through there on, what is that, Highway 67, I think. You don't really see anything from the freeway, though, or the highway. Well, hello there, Kim. All that is Kim. Welcome to the stream. And if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We got a couple of streams tomorrow. One of them is for the members, channel members. And then we've got another one tomorrow evening. Oh, we're in Rolla. $65, okay. Which exit is that, Nicholas? Here. Down here? I know there's hidden roads here, and I know where there's other hidden roads here, or a hidden road. But we gotta get to Springfield. Don't want to miss those hidden roads. I guess I get speed up again. North of Rolla. Let me look at that. Really? North? Okay. Yep. I know what you're talking about. That's actually a cool one. We should probably go back and do that. Oh. Thank you, Kim. So is that Korean? Are you in Korea? Or are you in the US? Not that it matters, but always curious. So where are you from? South Korea, okay. U.S. Army in New York. Is that where you are now? Yes, Daniel, it is really cool from meeting people from all over the world. There are folks literally from all over the world in this chat right now. And it's pretty cool. Oh! Well, it just finally showed up, Kim. That was weird. Well, welcome to the adventure, if I didn't already say it before. Startled me. We're gonna need to find a sleep trigger here soon. That's all right, Kim. One way to get better is to keep practicing. Oh, we're turning right here. I almost tried to go straight. Remember that gate back there that we just passed? Let's see. So, Kim, you bought Missouri last night. That's awesome. Edmund says his kid showed him this game 3 years ago and he's hooked. Yeah, it's easy to get hooked on this. I discovered it about 4 years ago. After I had retired, well, semi-retired from truck driving. I stopped driving over the road, but I was driving locally here in Las Vegas. And it was crazy when I discovered this, or when I got it, rather. I got it sometime after I discovered it. Oh, not my trailer. And I'd come home from work, driving truck, and I'd come home from work, and I'd get on this American Truck Simulator. Crazy. My roommate thought I was nuts, and maybe he's right. So Kim, I do use, I guess it's a racing wheel. Look in the description below for all the gear that I'm using. Oh, unless you were talking to Edmund, sorry. Well, thank you for the compliment on my truck skin. As a matter of fact, this truck skin was designed by Trucker King and modified slightly, I think. I don't know, Nicholas, did you modify this? So we have folks in our community that do this for our VTC. So if you're interested in joining a VTC and you like the idea of driving like you would in real life, then this might be the VTC for you. All of the links are in the description below, and they will, if you want to go look at our VTC on TrucksBook and Trucky, all of the information is there about the company and our philosophy. Okay, I need to find a place to sleep soon. They're all up there, but I want to go over here first. Guess I got time. Oh, that's right. You added the Boom Daddy and Trucky Ambassador logos. That's right. I remember now. There it is. Oh, let's see if we got anything. Here. It will take us back to Rala. Sorry. Rala. Oh. Is there anything in this town that will take us back to Rala? Yes. We have to go to the underground for all of these. So we'll do that. But first, we're going to take a little side trip. Got plenty of time. Oh, I should have looked to see where they're going first. Oh, well. We're going wherever it says. Vic, that is custom artwork. Part of my official custom truck skin for our BTC. Looks like we got rain. Release me. Oh. I gotta drop my pen again. Go. Really? Hey, Kitty, aren't you glad you're not outside in that rain? All right, Kim, thanks for dropping by. We'll be back tomorrow. Got the members live stream at the usual time, which, if you don't know, that is noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Oh, it's a long train. Let me finish some shout outs then. Grumpy Gruntpaw Gaming, QA Library, Donald William, Ken Maselman, Tom Freer. I have a mod installed that gives me long trains. which I like, except when I have to wait for them. The Gigliottis, Davkin, the Stony Tony Show, Luis Campos, Liao Chongshun, Jonathan, Krutov 666, TYK Rage, Silent Cartographer, JBM Gaming, and Auto Dips, Virtual Gaming 21. So, have any of you been to this quarry yet? If you do, this is a hidden road right here. And it's not the only one. If you look at the map overlay in the lower right corner, you'll see that it's showing up as a hidden road. I shudder to think what would happen if I fell off. Or I believe there is, well, 85 minus whatever drive-in. I don't shout out drive-in haulers, but I think there's 15 or 16 drive-in haulers. So that would make for around 70 on the shout-outs list. And it just dropped like by 20 or something because a bunch of the gifted memberships just fell off in the last day or so. We went over that precarious bridge right over there. And you may notice on the map in the lower right corner, there's a little bit of hidden road that we drove past. So if you get a chance to come to Springfield, come to this quarry. I don't believe there's any hidden road down below, because there's nowhere to go. Well, now what's that? I didn't notice that before. Let's see if we hit an invisible wall. Well, this is not showing up as a hidden road, but or secret road or whatever. Might as well take it. All right, before we go any further, let's take a look at the map for here. So you can see, you come in the entrance, you can drive along, keep to the edge of the quarry, the high part, and you can follow along, and that precarious bridge is right here. Then you can continue all the way around. You can see there's a little bit here we didn't hit yet, but there's more. So that's the way to that bridge. Bear left. Now, stay straight, and we have a whole new hidden road. That's not hidden right there, and it's just a loop. It just goes around that rock formation. But here we go. There's a lot of neat hidden roads here in Missouri. But now if we turn left, we'll meet up with that other bit. Well, let's just do it. The heck. Well, the heck with that. Let's just go up sky high. There we go. There's the quarry. You can see that bridge we drove over. And then that's the hidden road we drove over as well. Now, let's go continue out this way. Peanut Cowboy is here. Well, if you'd have been here, you'd have seen. Hold on, I'll show you on a map. Springfield at the quarry. So, we got a little bit more here. We're gonna go out that way. Well, welcome to the stream, Peanut Cowboy. And we're back with sunlight again. That's cool. And you remember this gate I told you to make a note of? And just because I already tested it for you, I can tell you that this gate only works in one direction. You can't go in this way. And I did try. Whoa. Jeez. Yeah, don't take too long getting through there. Whoa. Okay, so Red Tiger, Raphael, La Liberté, Ushos, Prestige Promotions, Jake's Trucking and Gaming, Wilbs, Knights, Hinting Peter, Pizza Guy, Ultra Productions, Lisa Anderson 2024, and Jeff Ward. Oh, there's our green. Just in time. Don't need that going on. Now, before we get this load, I think I'll stay in this lane. Before we get this load, I need to go and hit a sleep trigger. Is this right? This should be right. But we need to stay left. Oh, there's a sleep trigger at the place. Apparently. We'll just go there. We don't need fuel, so I don't have to go to that truck stop. Bugwash has gifted 5 memberships. And the lucky recipients are on your screen now. Thank you, Pugwatch. Or Dragon. I haven't seen his name in a while. Dr. Jones! He just fell off, too. Yeah, I was surprised when I saw like 20 had fallen off. I'm like, oh. And you know, it just didn't seem like it had been that long. And Dr. Jones was one of them. And I thought he had just got back on, but man, time flies when you're old like us. All right, let's hit the sleep trigger first. That'll work. Not even going to park properly. So let's, well, it's a little early. Advance to 9 p.m. and then sleep. Oh, what is up with that? Okay, who am I? What day is it? Yeah, I know. Hey, pilot forgot it was Friday. You know, Nicholas, I think the appropriate expression is time flies when you're having fun. Because it doesn't fly when you're young unless you're having fun. Oh, come on. And I don't want to go late because I got a meeting after this. And we are going to be late because yeah, this is just like real life too. I have run the air down and had to wait for it to build up. One of the times I came here in real life, I parked and actually walked out onto the grass over there and looked up and took photos of this whole area. And I wish I could find those photos. I cannot find them. Really aggravating. Really. Okay, we're going to go inside that area there to find our trailer. At least to get checked in, I guess. I don't know. Where is our trailer? It must be down below. So we're going inside. Oh, I guess our meeting's canceled. Yikes. Man, you have more bad luck with that outfit. I mean, as far as loads getting canceled. It's good that you got replacement loads, but... Okay. Well, Pilot and I can still get together on our thing that you guys didn't know about. Assuming he's still available. Push your axle boomer. I don't need my put... Oh, it's down. I should put it up. Thank you. So, for those of you who have seen my video of the time I actually came here in real life, this is the way I drove. This way. I came in that entrance after checking in at that thingy and drove through here, down here to some point, I don't remember where, I guess right here, and turned right, and then the place out of the dock I was backing into was down here on the right. Must have been in zone A, because it would have been right down yonder. Now I've been here a few times, well, a small number, like 2 or 3 times I guess, and I think each time was in the same general area. Okay, what are we doing here? Can't go that way. Yeah, so I would have backed into the dock right over there. Hey, maybe that's me. We're going to zone C. Did I miss a turn? How about you guys when I'm a little turned around? There's our spot. Okay, so we need to turn right up here. Yeah, I'm not going to run the beacons because we don't need them. And I don't need my pusher axle either because this is not all that heavy. And it's not an oversized load, so I don't really need the beacons. I just want to turn them on for a minute. Exit to the left. Okay. Now, when I came here, I did see the tracks. I didn't see any trains that I recall, or any rail cars. But it did look just like that. It had that stopper thing at the end of the tracks. And the whole thing seemed a little surreal to me. I mean, the whole experience the first time I came here was pretty surreal. And well, I took pictures of the tracks with the stopper thing at the end of the tracks. Am I turning here? No. because it reminded me of a video game that a friend of mine and I used to play back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I can't think of the name, but it was by Valve. Missed my turn, didn't I? What am I doing wrong here? I gotta go this way. So I did miss a turn. Yeah, Pilot's kind of right there, Adam, but it has more to do with load availability. It's kind of rare, at least my experience was, it's rare to get a load out of the same place you deliver to. It does happen. Hello. But usually it happens when you have a, when you're part of a larger company and they have more options. Okay, before we get rolling here, let's see what our route is. All right. Oh, gray road. We're going to follow some gray road up Interstate 44. Good. That's what I want to do. Looks like we're going to Hitachi. So, let's take a side trip. Before we deliver. Because there's a hidden road up there where I just dropped that pin. Anyway, back to Adam's question. It was still kind of rare that I would get a load out of the same place I just delivered to, but it did happen. Most of the time you're going to deadhead some distance. You were lucky, or I felt lucky, if I got a load out of the same town that I delivered in. But there were many times when I had to drive a lot of miles unloaded to go get the next load. The longest deadhead, which is what that is, that I remember ever doing was about 400 miles. And that is, let me pull it up on the map just to give you an idea because it's actually in the game. I delivered in Denver or somewhere in the Denver area, the metro. And I had to go and get a load from either Dodge City or Liberal in Kansas, because Liberal is right here. It's not shown in the game though. So that's when I was doing reefers, and it would have been a meat load. So they needed me to come all the way down here or Dodge City, I don't remember which, to get my next load. And it was, I remember thinking, 400 miles. Wow, that's a long way with no load. But I was a company driver, so it didn't matter to me. I got paid to drive deadhead based on the compensation plan that I had at that time. So, loaded or empty, didn't matter to me. Well, this is the first time I've been down this stretch of road in the game. Stafford, is that what that sign said? There's an awful lot of BTT trucks and trailers. Hey Lurch, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Pugwash got it on the first try. Adam, do you have more options as owner or operator to find loads? Depends on what you're doing. You know, like if you're, I guess it really doesn't matter if you're a flatbedder or not, but you can, I would say probably you do, because you have more, you get on a bigger load board, but you have to be more choosy on that load board, because when you're with a company like I was with Schneider and they have their own load board, they have a whole team of people whose job it is, well, yeah, whose job it is to go find loads. And they work a lot with companies that they would normally work with on a regular basis. And so they get a lot of loads from those same companies, and so they have working relationships. And so as a driver pulling their freight like I was, I relied on their ability to secure those types of loads. Every once in a while, I would get a load that they had taken off a general load board. But as an owner-operator, and if you're using one of those load boards, unless you've worked with a particular company before, you have no working relationship or knowledge of whether or not their information is reliable. Like, there's not really a vetting process. When you work for a bigger company like Schneider and even Swift, they have a program like Schneider does where owner operators can choose off their own load board. And so all the places are, for the most part, are typically vetted. And you don't have to worry about all the headaches that might be associated with an unknown company that you're going to haul a load for. And as an owner-operator, you have to be able to trust that that company, the consignee, that you're booking the load from is actually going to pay you. Now, there are some, you know, some restriction. I mean, there are some companies that can get kicked off of the load boards if they don't pay the drivers, or, you know, so there is a minimal amount of vetting, but a lot of times it's like after the fact. Oh, company A, they're not paying the drivers. Okay, you're off. You can't post any more loads on here. I guess I could probably be in that lane. I'll wait. Seems to me this narrows down to one lane up here. Thought the guy was coming over. Yeah, here it comes. Right lane ends. And here's our hidden road. Is this it, Nicholas? Is this the one you were wanting me to go to? This is a pretty drive. I didn't see that ATV earlier. I took some nice photos along here. Oh, this is the photo I used for the thumbnail. Except I took it from back here. I found out something interesting when I first came here. I was straddling the open area, thinking, oh, I need to keep my tires on either side. And that beam was sticking up and I couldn't get past it. I'm like, because I was looking from back here and I'm like, why am I stuck? What am I stuck on? Oh, there's a guy down there fishing. I don't know if I saw him earlier. And that's the highway right above us that we were just on. Now off to the left here, that loops back and would have us going back the other way, which is what we need to do, but we got more road over here and another bridge. Oops, wrong button. I just think this is so pretty. And so you can also come in from here. Now, problem is, oop, we need to turn right. And we don't have enough room to do it with this long wheelbase. I did this one time in real life. in Texas, middle of nowhere. I had to turn around. There was almost no traffic, but what traffic there was moving pretty quick. And I kept worrying about somebody coming from around a blind corner or something, or whatever it was, a hillock or whatever, not seeing me until it was too late and hitting me, and that would have been really bad. Whoa! You like that? Oh, what just happened? Did somebody hit me? Because I didn't hit the guardrail. So that other little piece we didn't follow along with came out right here. And there's where we went in. Ooh. Watch the caves? I haven't seen any caves yet. It wasn't on that road, was it? Hold on, I gotta pause and read this. I'd rather have someone do my finances than me. As for the freight market, I should have options of getting my return of payment. So yeah, I hate doing paperwork. But no matter what, you still have to do paperwork as a trucker. But when you're even as an owner operator, if you're pulling freight for a company like Schneider, you got a team of people doing a lot of the paperwork associated with billing and everything. You don't have to do any of the billing stuff. Basically the fee you pay, it's not really a fee you pay, it's actually a reduced rate. Schneider keeps a portion of the freight rate, and that covers the cost of all of the support people behind the scenes. And as time went on and I began to realize all the benefits I was getting from that, I was happy to pay that. Because I didn't have to do it. I didn't want to have to do it. So I didn't have to go out and look for freight from unknown places and brokers. I didn't have to do the billing. There's a lot of things I didn't have to do. Schneider always made sure that my all my permits were up to date. I mean, I may have to go get them at the next time I stopped at one of the yards, but they took care of everything. And there's a lot of value in that. If you're an owner operator and you have to do all that yourself, it's a real pain in the neck. Okay, Pugwash, thanks again. Okay, yeah, Nicholas, I didn't see a cave when I went on that. In fact, I have yet to see a cave on any of the hidden roads that I have traveled over. And I saw screenshots that somebody posted, I forget who it was. And I think it was Biffles. And I still haven't found that yet. And I believe I know approximately where that should be, but I have not found it. I am going to keep looking. And by the way, there is a hidden road right up here too. Or two. Notice there's no blockers. The thing is, it does not show up as a hidden road though. So it doesn't show up on my mini map as being a hidden road, but it's clearly a road that I can drive on. But it's a dead end up here, so we just have to turn around in the parking lot here. Now we're gonna get the evil eye from this guy who's out on his porch. Addon, they had an app. I could look for loads on my phone or my tablet, and I did. But most of the time, when I wanted to really scrutinize things, I did it on my laptop when I had a chance to stop and get it out. But yes, they had a good app. Well, actually, on the tablet, I could just open up a browser and navigate. And one of the things that I did was I gave my roommate my login credentials, and he really enjoyed getting on there and looking for loads for me. It didn't always work out because he didn't understand, at least not in the beginning anyway. He got better at it over time, but he didn't understand the nuance of my hours and my logbook. I mean, I had a spreadsheet where I kept track of all my hours and when I'd have hours to come back, and I walked him through how to sort that out so he got better. This is a hidden road right here on the right. And Nicholas, I think you posted a picture of that truck right there in the Discord. Anyway, over time he got better, and he actually found some good loads for me. So I could be driving, and he'd be on the load board looking for stuff, and he'd call me up and said, "Hey, I got this load, such and such and such," and I'd think it through, and I'd think about where is it in relation to where I'm going. What's my clock gonna look like? Am I gonna have the time available to do it? So, a lot of interesting factors. Did I drive right by my delivery location? No, it's over there. Can I get in from the other side? Even if I can't get in from this side, I at least want to go around so I can do a driver's side back. No, I got to back in. They got something in the way. I'm going to go all the way out and pick up this little bit of gray. Right there, and the next one too. Did I just hear a ding ding bell like at a gas station? Yeah, Lurch, that was kind of what I was thinking. Anybody else here an arc welder? What sounds like an arc welder? I don't see anybody welding though. Oh, maybe that's who. What that guy? No. Those are some pretty typical sounds at a place like this, I think. All right, I'm going to park right here and end the stream here. But I will do so for, or I will also first pull up the map. I can zoom in so you can see this hidden road up here, just north of Rolla on US Highway 63. You saw where we exited, and then there's at this Y junction, you can go left or right, and then if you go left, it'll bring you back up here. Then you got to make a hard right turn. You go the way that I did. In my case, I still had to make a hard right turn. I couldn't do it. I had to back up a couple of times. And then there are some hidden roads down here. I don't believe this is the only one. Right here. I think there's another one somewhere down here or up here. I don't remember which. There's a hidden road here. This is the one we first did at the beginning of the stream. And there's a hidden viewpoint. So you want to get that for sure. There's some here in the Poplar Bluff area. And then there's the, let's see, did we do one up here? No. I know there's one up the road a ways. Somewhere. I think it's right here. And it comes out and goes to that fuel station. I think. I haven't done it yet. I keep thinking there should be one right up here, but I haven't found it yet. Jefferson City, I believe there's one down here. I don't know. But anyway, we did go on this one here. So check that out. If you want to see these better, just watch the replay, or if you are on the replay, just pause the video, take a screenshot, and you can see these. There is also, I should have put a link to it in the description. There's an article that I bookmarked like a couple years ago that shows where all of the hidden roads are in every DLC in both games. So, but that's going to do it for us for today. Be back tomorrow. We've got the members live stream at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, and then the another live stream for the general public. Now that one tomorrow will be currently planning to do Euro Truck with the new Pro mods. I haven't even installed it yet, so I still got to get that to working. And then in the evening, we'll be back in American Truck Simulator. Lurch and I are going to do a one-on-one convoy together. And he wants to drive up and down Cabbage Hill. So we'll get a load from somewhere and drive up and then find another load that takes us back, whichever direction we go first. It doesn't matter, unless Lurch has a preference. So that's going to be tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. That would be 3 a.m. Central European time. Okay, so let me get out of here. Turn that off. And let me tab back to there, turn that off. And we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for the the gifted memberships. That was from Pugwash. Thanks again for being here. Don't forget to leave a like on your way out the door. We'll see you later.